just added that.
That's fine.
All right, we're done.
I used to watch this perfect couple. They were the embodiment of true love.
What's going on? Welcome to Initial Reaction. My name is Philip.
I'm Charles.
And this week we are talking about The Girl on the Train, starring Emily Blunt, Haley Bennett, Luke Evans, Justin Theroux, Rebecca Ferguson, Allison Janney, a whole bunch of people. It's an adaptation of a bestseller. Kind of similar to Gone Girl. Feels like this was made because Gone Girl was such a success. But I don't know, what'd you think? Girl on the Train.
It was kind of confusing. It looked, you said Gone Girl, and it made me think like, I used to work at a video store, and it would, they would put like, say like Jaws came out, and then you'd have like Sharknado right by it. Even though it wasn't like
if you like this, you'll like this.
Well, it wasn't even like even alphabetically. They would just kind of stick it there, and you're like, it looked like one of those things that would just be by Gone Girl.
Yeah.
So like you're like, I've already watched Gone Girl, but I want to watch a cheaper, not as good version of that.
And that's kind of what this is. Like, it's a Lifetime movie that is just got a lot of talent with like a lot of credible talent,
Right.
And honestly, there is so much, like even the director is Tate Taylor. He directed The Help and Get On Up, which if you haven't seen Get On Up, see Get On Up. I really liked Get On Up.
If you haven't seen The Help, then
can't help you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so no, but like Emily Blunt, like love Emily Blunt. She does solid work, Edge of Tomorrow, Sicario, good, but here, and she's given it her all here, like, and she has an interesting arc to play a complex character, but it just, like, the story and the movie itself just seem to, like, like,
I don't know, if you have if you have a box, and it's just like, no matter how much talent you try to stuff in there, it's not going to all fit.
Right.
It's not everything is going to work the way you want it to.
Nice,
and that's what I feel like on this, is like you shoved so much talent and so many areas that could have been improved into this confined script. And I mean, it's a novel, so whatever.
Right.
But
did you didn't read the book?
No.
Okay, I didn't read.
I can't read. So thanks for bringing.
Well, I read Gone Girl, and I was like thinking about reading this one, but I just I didn't have time.
I read the little children's book that came with Gone Girl, the
Amy or
Amazing Amy.
Yeah, that was it. But no, so yeah, I didn't know what to expect going into this. I knew it was kind of a murder mystery type deal, but it's just like it's so convoluted at times that I didn't like that the movie outright like deceived us by lying to us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the only way it got around its twists and turns was by having to like
showing us stuff that didn't really happen.
Right. And that's
it's like, and we're not even figuring it out I didn't feel like we were figuring out the mystery with Emily Blunt. I felt like we were supposed to be in on it, and we're supposed to watch her figure it out, and then we ended up figuring out with her, but in a very forced way.
Yeah, and it's just, there's so much, like, it just tries to do so much that it gets, it's
horribly edited.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
Like, it looked like some scenes weren't even rendered, like, when they do slow motion, and it's just like,
weird,
or when you're watching
motion,
someone do like a live broadcast on the internet or something,
right?
Those people
and
do
it
Periscope,
just has to catch up with itself.
It just seems like that sometimes when she's like staring off, or there's a train scene, or fast moving scenes. So anyway,
it's a lot of like strange placement of that kind of stuff.
And then so it starts out with Monday or today, and then it's like 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, and then it'll be like Anna's story, a Rachel story, this right there. It'll cut to black, have that one or two words on the screen describing that to us, and then it'll progress throughout the movie and use those once in a while, but then it'll jump back and forth. So it's like, are we in the future? Are we in the past? What's going on? You're telling us sometimes, but you're not telling us other times. And I get that could have been an effective tool,
right?
But it was just straight out confusing.
Yeah, no, and even with the jumbled like narrative that it's trying to work with, like I get there's a lot to pull from with a novel. Like there's a lot you can't
It doesn't matter.
do, but
It can be done. I mean, we've seen novelization, like, or screenplays based off of novels.
Yeah,
do really
I mean,
well. And we've seen stuff out of, like, Memento. I love
Right.
that movie. It's all out of order, but they do it in a clever way. You feel like you're living this with him.
Yeah.
You feel like you're discovering stuff with it.
whereas with something like this, it's just it's all over the place. Yeah.
It feels like it's parroting another movie. Like it's mimicking something else.
And even the like visual style of it kind of looked like something from the early 2000s even.
Right.
It wasn't.
Or like, hey, we rented these 4 houses on the street for like only
Yes,
a month.
how many times
Only
did she
on a
ride
month?
that train a
Yeah.
day?
Yeah,
Like,
and it's like we've rented this street, we've rented these 3 houses, we have 2 months to shoot. We gotta we gotta go.
yeah.
we gotta.
No,
get this.
it definitely had like a rushed kind of generic quality to it, whereas something like Gone Girl had this very. I mean, obviously it was directed by David Fincher and had a very sleek and
But even Gone
precise
Girl
look
was
to
so
it.
like crisp and
Yeah.
clean and hard edges and stuff. But like a lot of
Well, it just had thought behind it, whereas this
Yeah.
felt like it was just kind of slapdash.
Yeah.
Let's just.
Yeah.
I mean, and I hate to say that.
like we're
about
not
things.
copying Gone Girl because this is a book. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, so it already exists.
Right.
Like, I'm like, oh, but maybe that guy copied off of the guy who wrote Gone Girl or whatever. You know?
Yeah, no, and I really do like try to find something positive like with each movie that we see.
Yeah.
And there is some interesting stuff here I thought about, like Emily Blunt passes these houses every day on this
Yeah.
train and kind of makes up these lives for all the people she sees. And
Yeah.
it kind of says something interesting about that we have no idea about other people in our
Right.
lives or like strangers we see, and kind of
You forget another person is actually there's a whole life.
Yeah.
They had a childhood. They had they went to a high school somewhere.
right.
You
And there's
never-
more to them than like
Yeah.
the surface level stuff
which
we make up.
I wish they would have explored that more.
That-
And,
yeah,
like,
that would have been
she
interesting.
solved the mystery from that perspective.
Right.
Or she did something from that. Not that she's like, well, I'm just going to connect myself physically to all these people, then solve it.
Like latch onto that interesting idea and
Yeah.
explore that rather than just going beat by beat in this mystery thriller
Yeah.
that honestly didn't end up being all that revealing or dramatic, but
So
was just
that being said, what would you give it?
2 stars for me. It's
Oh, snap, son.
it's okay in parts, but it's just too messy, and it doesn't, the pacing, there's no energy to it.
Yeah.
Like there's no, like I wasn't sitting on the edge of my seat like the trailers made me think I would.
Yeah.
So it's just
Right. I had to pee and I wasn't even sitting on the edge of my seat. So.
What would you go?
I was gonna go 1.5 or 2, but I think I'm leaning towards more 2 because I didn't absolutely hate it. I think of the things I've given a 1.5.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
mean,
hate it as much
it's a
as this.
campy, it's a campy thriller that has a few redeeming qualities, but overall, it's just a little trashy kind of.
Yeah, it'll be worth $5. It'll be in that $5
Eventually,
bin,
yeah.
2017.
All right, well,
You heard it here first.
well, thanks for checking out our review of The Girl on the Train. If you want to check out more reviews, subscribe to our channel, Initial Reaction Reviews. You can read my written reviews at www.reviewsfromabed.com. But check back with us every week. We have a new review of the latest release. Thanks. We'll see you next time. Bye.